Hey, welcome back to this mini lecture. My name is Dino. It's on cognitive load theory. As you might imagine, this video is going to explore the idea of cognitive load and more specifically how it relates to education and learning. Here's a definition from Sweller, who's one of the pioneers in cognitive load theory. Cognitive load is the amount of information working memory can hold at one time. Like there's not an infinite amount of information that that your working memory can have. The implications of this of cognitive load theory and cognitive load is that working memory (WM) has limited capacity. As a result, if you're teaching or if you're designing technology, various devices like phones or various like computer interfaces, you should avoid trying to overload working memory with additional activities that do not directly contribute to learning. If you do that, that will go against learning. Maybe a good example of this cognitive load theory is this contrast and a comparison of these two figures. Which of these figures, figure 1, which is on the left, or figure 2, which is on the right, which of these models do you prefer, figure 1 or 2, to learn from? I would say, based on cognitive load theory, that you would prefer the label diagram, figure 1, because it places lower demand on working memory than labels listed on the side. See, for the one on the left, all the labels are embedded with really directly close to the various parts of this model. On the right, you have to check the number on the top with the numbers on the bottom to see what it's referring to. So again, figure 1 less cognitive load demands, figure 2 greater. There are two main ways of extending working memory. One is to deal with the modality effect. This is where mind processes information separately, auditory versus visual channels. From this, auditory items in working memory do not compete with visual items in the same way. However, two visual items, say if you have two, like a picture and a text together, they compete with one another. So there's a competition, so it's a difference there. And then think about explanatory information. Working memory for a complex visual diagram, like the one we just saw above. Texts, like visuals, have greater impact than narration or audio on working memory. So they just have more of an impact for the learner or viewer. Another way to extend working memory is through the schema effect. Here, the working memory treats an established schema, like a knowledge structure, as a single item. Highly practiced automated schema barely counts. So if you practice something a lot, it's automated to you. It doesn't count against your working memory so much. As a result, learning activities drawing upon existing knowledge expand the capacity of your working memory. So my example, maybe hopefully this will help you, is if you're learning a sport, like say if you're volleying a tennis ball. It should be, you can work on your automated schema in the sense hitting the ball and volleying the ball. Without a partner, it's easier than if you're working with a partner because it's basically the same stroke over and over again. So and then you, after doing a lot with the same wall over and over and over and over again, you can advance over time. And here's an application for it. And again, I'll go to the tennis example in a second. You want to pre-train or teach people the prerequisite skills before introducing a more complex topic. This helps to establish schema, extend their working memory. You can understand and learn more difficult information over time. For example, again, learning a sport like tennis. If you had a regular player versus a new player learning to serve, you might want to work on their schema again, hitting against a wall, because it's something that's repetitive, it's very simple, and you can learn that way. When you're working against another player, it becomes a little bit more complicated because there's more variables involved. Again, it's similar to what I said for the part of the previous slide. That was cognitive load theory. My name is Dino. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like this video. Please feel free to comment on it. And what do you think of cognitive load theory? Do you think it's a valid theory? Do you notice certain things give you greater cognitive load and make it harder for you to learn something? Do you have ways that you help to lower your cognitive load so it's easier for you to learn something? Again, please feel free to comment, and finally, please feel free to subscribe to this channel if you want this similar type of content. Thanks.